Okay, so these are your main ingredients, paprika being the most important one, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder, but these are your must-have for chicken and pork. Okay, so the chili powder and the cayenne pepper, they add a little bit of hotness. I like these too, but you can substitute that for any other kind of chili powders. Okay, so you preheat your oven. You set the function to broil for 450 degrees, and I like to use a 60-minute timer so that if I forget to turn the oven off, it will just shut off automatically. Okay, so make sure that you don't use more than 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder. Also, make sure that you don't use more than 1/4 of a teaspoon of onion powder. Okay, so paprika is your main spice. So I like to use at least 1 teaspoon of paprika. I like to use 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, but if you want hotter, you can use up to 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, but that's up to you. Okay, now you need 1/4 of a teaspoon of chili powder, and you can use any chili powder. There's some Spaniard chili powder, different kinds of chili powder, so anyone will do. Okay, so make sure that all your spices are well mixed. Okay, so in a separate container, get some powdered black pepper. Now, everybody is different about black pepper. I just like to use a sprinkle of black pepper, so about 1 teaspoon usually is enough for me. Okay, so yet in another container, you're gonna need salt, and that is going to be up to your taste. I like to use just a sprinkle of salt, but ultimately it's all up to you. Okay, so I use chicken thighs. I gave up on chicken breasts because they just, I can't get any satisfaction from chicken breast anymore. So I cut around the edges of the packaging, and with the use of some tongs, I place the chicken thighs on a container so that I can begin prepping. Okay, so before you add your spices, you need to brush with some olive oil your chicken thighs. Okay, so you're first gonna sprinkle your spice mix a little bit over your chicken thighs. Okay, next you're going to sprinkle some black pepper, and try not to use too much, but again, that's gonna be up to you. Okay, so next you're gonna sprinkle some salt. Okay, so next you're going to pat your spices with your tongs. Okay, so you're going to put your chicken thighs in the oven for 8 minutes. After 8 minutes, you're gonna turn them to the other side so that they can cook for another 8 minutes. And then after that, you're gonna use your thermometer and make sure that the temperature reaches 165 degrees. And at that time, when the temperature is 165, then you can take them out of the oven and enjoy them the best way you can.